Good day, everyone, from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I'm going to be discussing with you today why I will be leaving Malaysia for a short while. Currently on my way to get some very good Middle Eastern food. Actually, it's a place I discovered that I just really love now. It's called Halab, KL, and it's in Bukit Bintang. You know, there's two popular spots, and that's Damascus, which is definitely like the most popular, and then Halab, which they're near each other. They both have, big things of shawarma. They both have a line, a queue, but Damascus is always like a massive queue that you just need to wait so long. The good thing is you can order both of these places on Grab, and so that's a way to get around that. But I find Halab for me is much better. And they don't use gluten in their shawarma, and Damascus does. And so that's why I originally tried it. But I have come to find out that they have other things that are incredible too. The lamb kebabs are unbelievable. Like, just so soft and incredible. Some of the best I've had, and I'm like a real aficionado of Middle Eastern food. It's Syrian cuisine. It's very good. It's very good. But I'm gonna talk to you while I take this walk from KLCC Park area. I've been staying over here. Pouring. It's been pouring rain actually all day. I was waiting inside of the mall for a good 2 hours, and thankfully it finally stopped. So time to make the video. We still have sunlight, so perfect. So I've recently spent more time in Malaysia than anywhere else. And I spent more time here than I've spent pretty much anywhere for an extended period of time, for as long as I can remember. Except for New York, where I lived. Typically I would travel and I would be in and out, maybe 1 month, maybe 2 months. But I've essentially been here for now around 3 months. I've left for few days at a time or 1 week, but it's been around 3 months. It's been amazing. It's been very good. Always the loud cars here. Yeah, it's been really cool, and I'm just the type of person who needs to get out and can't stay in one place for too long, and that's mostly what's happening right now. I thought about going to Malacca, and I thought about going to Johor Bahru, and then Singapore, and that's still in the plans. But I think right now I really need to change the atmosphere completely. I think I'm focused right now on two things, and number one would be my health. I really want to get healthy, stay healthy. And that revolves a lot around cooking my meals, having a good gym to go to, and being able to do this affordably, and it's a little tough here to do that. It's tough to do that in KL. You can't really get a good condo with a kitchen and, in a good area, in a nice building, for like a budget price. It's just not, it's not realistic. And so I've been struggling in that regard. I've been going back and forth, just to make sure I'm going the right way. I've been going back and forth between hotels and condos, because it's, just a little bit difficult to stay in a condo for too long. Sometimes I will, because of the cost, I will get into one for 3 days or something that's available at a good price, but then it's booked after that. And I kind of look again for another one and can't find anything for less than, say, $30 per night, and that's pricey. Over the whole month, if you do $30 per night for a month, that's $900 for a month. That's 4,500 ringgit on rent for a month, and that's a lot. Let's be real. And so right now, it's a little bit of a struggle to figure out, okay, where can I stay for a while to focus on health, still make content and do it affordably. there's not too many options. It's kind of tough, it's tough. So my plan, more than likely, first I'm gonna go spend a little bit of time in Thailand. I'm gonna sort out my storage unit, swap out some of the clothes that I have. Been wearing a lot of the same clothes, and I have tons of other clothes that I can kind of swap out, change up the outfits a little bit. I'm gonna pay for my storage unit again. Every time I'm there, I typically pay like 2 months, and then I have to go back and pay it again in cash. And it's not even expensive. It's literally like $9 US per month. So I'd like to really pay that this time for 6 months and not have to really think about it. Yeah, and I'll also get some, beach time. It is rainy season there. However, all my friends tell me that it's not been raining at all. And this is the same thing that happened last year. It was not raining in the initial months of rainy season. And then September came along and it started to rain like crazy, like more than it should. And so that seems like that's what's happening again. So I hope I will go over there and get some good weather, I am fearful of like making content there every day. It's always a little bit tricky for me, but I'm going to go over there this time with the same motivated headspace that I keep here in Malaysia. And I'm going to try and do some good content there. But initially it's more about having a cheap condo to cook in and have a gym nearby, have a motorbike to get around, have sunlight, these are the most important things to me right now. And yeah, there's condos for anywhere from $13 to $16 US per night that have all those things. And so that's my plan, at least for 1 week, see how I'm feeling. And then from there, I'm going to either travel around a little bit in Thailand, because I've not seen most of the country, or otherwise I will go off to another country and spend a few weeks traveling. But it has to be somewhere that I can do the condo thing and stay for a week, maybe go somewhere else for a week, and repeat. So for right now, like, India is out of the question. As much as I want to take that trip, and I will, I know that that's going to be hard for me to stay consistent with my cooking food and getting a condo. It's not realistic. Again, when I keep looking down, it's me checking my Google Maps. I tend to record a video and end up going the wrong way for 10 minutes. So I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen. Since the new government in Thailand came into office, they sort of said that they are going to change the cannabis laws, the recreational cannabis laws. And so, yeah, they don't want it to be recreational anymore. They don't want it to be so rampant in the country. And so they made a claim by the end of the year that they will reschedule it, illegally for recreational use. So nobody knows what's really going to happen. But everybody's pretty certain it's going to change. But nobody knows if it's still going to be, easy to get a medical license and kind of go in there as a tourist and get a medical recommendation and just kind of still access it. We don't really know. But for now, I really enjoy it, and it's nice to have when I'm there. So it's a good time as ever to go enjoy it a little bit. As much as I can this year before it changes. And so that'll be nice. That'll be really good. Otherwise, thinking Vietnam, Da Nang is a very cheap city, probably even cheaper than Thailand, probably even cheaper than Bangkok or Pattaya. So it's potential that I go to Da Nang, get a condo for $12 a night, $13 a night, and have a kitchen, be 2 blocks from the beach, have the motorbike. I mean, you really can't beat a setup like that. I've gotten really spoiled by having that kind of setup, having a motorbike, having, easy transportation to get around, and to just the cheap condo and the cheap groceries. You know, right now I think that's what I need. And so next month I will be getting a little bit more money than I usually get from YouTube. You know, I've been getting around $500 US per month for the last 3 months or so from YouTube, the last 2 months. And then next month I will get more like $850. So that's a big boost. Definitely a lot more security in that amount. So I'll have a little bit more freedom. You know, that's not my only income source. I still sell the tattoo designs through my Instagram. And so, you know, the combination gets me by for now. And, you know, sponsorships are like additional money. This is just ad revenue. And so, yeah, the income is growing, the freedom will continue to grow. And I won't have to worry so much. You know, at some point I will be able to stay here and pay $30 per night for a condo, and it won't really matter. It would really do me good to stay somewhere for a whole month, especially if I can book a monthly rental for, you know, $250 US. Yeah, that will really help me get ahead a little bit. And so I'm going to think about doing that as well. You know, I'm concerned about just planting myself in one place for the sake of making content every day. It's difficult. If I wasn't doing YouTube, I wouldn't have the same thoughts. It would be like, oh, of course I'm going to stay for 1 month. Like, why am I going to keep moving around every few days or 1 week? I would never, ever choose to do that unless, I'm filming YouTube videos. So that's the only reason. But we'll see. In the future, a lot of the pain points will be alleviated due to financial woes, you know. Hey, what's up, bro? I'll definitely miss the people here. You know, I've really grown fond of just the people here in general. So that's the one thing I'll keep coming back for. Even if I don't eat the local food anymore at the moment, you know, I'm trying to cook all my food. I'm trying to cut out the nasi kandar. I'm trying to cut out any takeout. You know, I'm gonna go to Thailand and Vietnam, and I'm not gonna eat out. It's just that's what I'm gonna do. You know, it's the only way I can get healthy. And that was a big reason I was coming back to Malaysia so much, because I love the food. But now it's just more about the people here I love, and the familiarity, the comfort of being here. It's like, you know, I've spent more time here, like I said, than anywhere else in a while. And so now I'm comfortable here, especially in Kuala Lumpur. The problem with traveling around this country is that not everywhere is so like pedestrian friendly. Not everywhere is so easy to get around and to live my life comfortably. And so, yeah, I find sometimes traveling around Malaysia to be a little difficult, and I oftentimes prefer to stay in Kuala Lumpur just for the sake of having everything I need here, you know. People tell me constantly, like, stay, you know, outside of KL, stay in Petaling Jaya or somewhere, you know, in the outskirts of KL. But the reality is it's just not easy to get around. Like, if I don't have a car, what am I going to do, right? I mean, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Now, the plan for me in the future is get my license, my motorcycle license, so that I don't need to worry, and I can, you know, rent a motorbike here in Malaysia and get around wherever. And then I can also travel the country on motorbike, and that would be great. That would be cool. That's a whole different experience than traveling around by bus, by plane, by train, which is fine, you know, it's fine. But I can only do that in short spurts, you know. I'm getting older, folks. I'm getting older, 32 years old. I think if I was 22, 23, I could go to a new city every day, you know, sure. But it's just, at this point in my life, it's not really what I want, and it's not what will make me happy. You know, even if I do get content, sure, I have to find the balance of like what I really want to do, where I want to be, and my stability, my happiness, you know, balanced with having content to make. Now, I've gone the wrong way by a couple minutes here. It happens every time. Yeah. just how it goes. I have grown pretty accustomed to this area, and I usually know where I'm going, like walking around, but sometimes I get a little tripped up when I'm filming, and I can't focus on filming as well as going in the right direction, let's say. But yeah, sorry for rambling a bit in this video. You know, I'm just kind of putting my thoughts out there into words, you know, trying to express how I feel and why I'm making the decisions I'm making. I'll tell you, it's very, I said it before, but it's very hard for me to make some decisions sometimes about where to go and what to do. Because one day I'll feel really good and I'm like, okay, time to travel, time to go travel, going to go to India, whatever. And then like a day or two later, it's like I am just in a horrible state. You know, my stomach is destroyed. I have inflammation. All my autoimmune issues are back. And like, it's like, oh, wow, okay, I need to prioritize this instead. And it's been this up and down. It's been this up and down, this whole journey. And so the quicker I sort out the health issues and I'm feeling good on a more long-term basis, the more I can stop thinking about it and I can just kind of plan things as I need to, you know. I've done this before, you know. I left New York in November. I went to Thailand and I stayed there for 2 months. And like I was on a strict regimen, cooking every day, you know, working out every day, going for long walks every day, like getting sunlight, going in the sauna, like meditating. And by the end of those 2 months, like I was in such good health that I could even tolerate most foods to a small degree, or to a big degree. The issue is that I got excited and I was like, okay, I can eat all these foods again. And I started to do that too much. And yeah, my health took a hit again, you know? And so I need to stay consistent with it. And I just need to, yeah, get healthy. I mean, what more do we really have than our health at the end of the day? You can't really be happy no matter where you are in the world if you're not healthy. Okay, we're getting to Bukit Bintang area now. Not too much further, just kind of straight down here to Halab. I'm gonna do takeaway, and shouldn't take them too long to cook it. Probably have to chill for a good 10 minutes, 15 minutes while they make it. But yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna get takeaway. We'll bring it back to the hotel. Now, I've been staying in a hotel recently in like the Masjid Jamek area. I've just been bouncing all around, you know. Sometimes I stay in KLCC, you know. Then I was in a condo like Kampung Baru area, which was great. That was really good. I had 3 short-lived days of being able to cook my food and have a sauna, which was nice. What was it called? The Colony by Infinitum. That was the condo building. Good experience, other than, well, one, the elevator is insane. There's so many people, and sometimes it takes very long for the elevator, and you have a full elevator of people. Funny enough, I got recognized 3 times in a 3-day period by my subscribers, so it seems like I have a lot of subscribers in that building, which is funny. Yes, the sauna that they have there, initially I went up there to use it, and there was a security, and he's like, how long are you staying here? And I was like, 2 months, which is also not even true. And he was like, oh, okay, you can't use the sauna. And so immediately I was like, wow, okay, I guess only long-term residents can use the sauna, which is weird. And then I went downstairs back to my condo, my room, and I went back up like later at night when the different security, and he asked me the same question. I was like, oh, I just signed a 2-year lease, 2-year contract. And he's like, oh, okay, no problem. Here's a sauna. So I had to use the sauna only in the evening when there was a specific security there. But otherwise, great condo. Now, my unit that I had was on the 21st floor, and like the floor above me, there was construction going on every morning around 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. Just like drilling into the unit, it sounded like. And it was just brutal. You know, it did mess with the experience a little bit, but otherwise, the building is great. and I think you would be unlikely to have that experience in a different unit. So not bad. And in the end it was like 23 US. I double checked again. I said it was 30 in another video, but it was only 23 US dollars per night. It was $69 for 3 nights total with tax, everything. So it was a very good price for what it was. Oh, you know what? Wow, wait a second, folks. Okay, I guess there's actually 2 halabs, because this is not the one that I typically eat at. I just put the name into my my maps, and it took me here, which is, it's right there, halab. I guess there's multiple locations. The question is, do I just order it from here, or do I go to the other one that I normally eat at? It's not actually that far away. Yeah, the other one I normally eat at is like a much more, it's much smaller. You know, they got the shawarma outside. They also have the Halab Express. But, no, this is completely different. It's completely different. Okay, yeah, that's not at all what I want. So the other one is actually not that far away. Similar neighborhood. So I'm just gonna walk there. It's like a 5-minute walk. Okay, anyway, sorry, that threw me off. Lost my train of thought, right? That's what happens. So many Mercedes out here. So many Mercedes and BMWs. It's just like every other car. I don't get it. They really like cornered the market here. Kind of bizarre. I feel like, you know, I guess Europe is closer than America, but America has no presence with their cars here whatsoever. And Europe does. Europe has the market. It's interesting. So this is like Bukit Bintang, kind of off to the side though, not where most of the tourists are and stuff. This is a much more, let's say, I don't know, more migrant-centric area over here, migrant-heavy, a lot of Indian spots, you know. Yeah, but there's a lot of good food over here. Great area. Let's see, gotta make sure I know where I'm going. It's a wonderful, massive hill. Gotta trek up here. Like, I really do know these neighborhoods now, and I know where I'm going, but not 100%. I wouldn't say, like, let's say 85%. Because I walk around the city so much. As you see, I just walked from KLCC all the way over here. But it's the same duration as if I were to take like a train. So if it says 27 minutes walking or 27 minutes by train, you know, bet your ass that I'm going to be taking a walk. See right there, Halab. Okay, perfect. So yeah, why do they have 2 so close to each other? I mean, I don't understand. But anyways, since it's the one I always go to, I trust it. You know, it's probably the same as the other one, but just to be sure, we're gonna order from this one. Here it is, Halab. Very empty at this time. It gets very busy on the weekends. It's a Sunday, but it was just pouring rain for hours, and so let me just show you. They have menus right here, actually. Let's see. So it's a massive menu. Let's see. So grills. So they have the the lamb kebab is 38 ringgit. That's what I like to get. Hey, how are you? So the lamb kebab, I know you have this 38 ringgit size, but I saw like when I order online, you have like a bigger size as well.
Actually, this one, 2 stick. 2 stick, we cut half, then we make 4.
But if I order like on Grab, you also sell like half kilo and 1 kilo version.
Yes, the half.
Oh, you have. Oh, okay. So how many is the half kilo?
Like this one.
Half kg grills.
Half kg like total 5 stick. 5 stick means is this one like 10.
Ah, okay.
There have 4. There have 4 like this 10.
Like 10 of these instead of 4.
Yeah. This one is 5 stick.
So okay, so it's a little more than double. It's like a little. Okay. And the price of this one?
And the price is
85.
half kg is 85 and 1 kg is 170.
1 kg 170. Ah, okay, so the price is the same. You don't save.
understand.
Oh, okay, okay.
This one making for like one person eating. So one person enough.
Since I don't eat any bread, I can't eat bread. So I'm just.
Then you will make.
Yeah.
So you some half kg.
Let's do the half kg of the lamb kebab, and you have the lamb shawarma plate, or is it beef shawarma?
Well, lamb.
Lamb? Okay.
Some later.
Yeah, how much is that one?
This one is the lamb platter.
The lamb
Only
platter.
the shawarma with bread, 33.
Okay, for 33. I can get. I'm gonna get that without the French fries. Can you add more meat, or you get the same amount of meat? Can. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay, I will do one of those, and yeah, the half kilo of the beef kebab, lamb kebab, sorry. Yeah. With garlic sauce, and that's it. But I don't need any. Better you don't include the bread or fries or anything, because I can't eat it. So
Oh, you only want the meat only.
yeah, better.
Meat and vegetable, okay?
Yeah, perfect.
So one half kg kebab and one lamb platter.
Yeah. For takeaway. Okay, thank you. So the total for that was quite a lot, 125 ringgit. I don't actually usually order nearly that much. I'm doing it because I'm just eating this one meal today, or it's food for the whole day. Yeah, since I'm going to be leaving pretty soon, I may not be eating this again. So I'm, getting my last hurrah here. But this is going to be good. It's going to be good. I recommend anybody, if you love Middle Eastern food, this is the spot for sure. Damascus is good as well. I just find this to be better for me, and the fact that they don't use like gluten and other fillers in the shawarma is a big plus. I'll show you. They have this part of the restaurant over here. I don't think it's this. I don't know that it's the same halal gate. I don't know. At this point I have no idea. But they have the shawarma outside over here. And then Damascus is across the street. But yeah, I have to wait 15 minutes for the food. Yeah, I don't know if it's the same spot. I genuinely have no idea if it's the same. Hard to say, right? Same name, so I don't know. But anyways, yeah, we are in the thick of it now in Bukit Bintang. This is where it gets a bit crazy and busy. Traffic. It's fun though. It's very fun. I'll say that. I actually came over here last night just to get some kebabs. Just got like one small kebabs, and it was just packed. Like you really cannot even walk around. It's brutal. It's a little brutal sometimes. It's fun if you want to go out. You want to either get drinks or just go eat somewhere. Like it's a fun area. It's really cool. We have 15 minutes to kill right now. Let's see. Got to do something for 15 minutes. It is convenient to just take the train. You can get off at the Bukit Bintang stop here. Very easy. And there's also like a monorail nearby. There's a few different train lines that come to this spot, so it's so accessible. Yeah, I just walk because I'm crazy, I suppose. No, I do it to get exercise for the most part, and it's just, I find it easier sometimes. I don't like waiting. I don't like the whole thing of buying my ticket, getting on the train, and getting off the train, and I'll do it. I do it quite often. If walking is not reasonable, then I do it. But if it's 30 minutes or less of a walk, then I'm gonna walk. All right. Yeah, maybe we'll just kind of walk around a little bit and explore what's going on over here. It seems very busy, to the point that I kind of want to just go into the mall, get some AC. I did a video at that mall over there as well. It's like a video trying the sushi. And I went to Isatan, the like Japanese store. Very good, very, very good. And there's another Japanese grocery store in the mall as well. Such good sashimi, like really high quality fish. It's pricey. It's definitely pricey, but I thought about getting that today. But I would have spent the same amount of money, and I would not be full from eating it. And this is gonna fill me. I mean, a half kilo of kebabs and a lamb shawarma plate. I mean, I'll be full for sure. Yeah, this is the intersection, the brutal intersection. You know, it's like, I don't know how many ways, but it's a lot. Violins and masterpieces. Looks like that's for the serious musician, classical. Nice. All right, let's see what they have here. The Meta Park. Do not pull the gun, I'm fragile. Huh. Looks like some VR style gaming going on. Crane games. Initial D, I used to play this game, very good game. You can save your car to a little card that you put in with your car. I always liked games where you could save your progress. I always thought those were like extra interesting to me. Nice. Kuromi. All your little figures here. You know. Yeah, not too many games here, huh? Bowling. How's that work? Do you just kind of like pretend bowl, or is there actual... Oh, I think they come out right here, actually. That would be fun. I suppose I would have to get some tokens. Oh wow, they have like an emulator thing here. Wow. A bunch of different games. Wow. Tekken 2. Wow. That's great. This is great to have inside of an arcade. Wow, they have everything. Street Fighter. Amazing. Oh, that's incredible. Pokemon. I used to be quite a mega fan of Pokemon, gotta admit. Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Magic the Gathering. You know, I probably spent $100,000 US on cards when I was young, like very young. I was just lucky that I made money online from an early age, and so I would spend it all on cards. You know, then online games like microtransactions, Cash Shop, Gachapon, in MapleStory, probably spent another $100,000 US or something. Like money that if I would have just saved would have really made things much easier for me present day. But yeah, you live and learn, right? We got the unagi plates. I never even saw it. Okay, so this is the... Wow, they have like a bunch of little spots that you can buy different food here. Wow, because I didn't come to this floor. I didn't see this. Ah, okay, very nice. But this is still like the same store. Don Donkey. Wow. Another one here. What's this? Don't know. Japanese food, let's say. Alright. We already ordered our food, right? So maybe let's just go upstairs again, see what's on the next floor. Wow, looks like they have a proper arcade or like some more games at least. Interesting. Family Carnival Fun Cow Play Cow Moo. Wow, what a ridiculous name. Okay, it looks like mostly like crane games. You know, I'm always hoping for some like dance rhythm games. That's really what I like to play in an arcade, or fighting games. That other thing was right up my alley, but there was people sitting there, or I probably would have played it. Oh wow, they sell like a bunch of figurines and stuff. This is one of the cool things about Asia, to be honest, is like stores like this. It really, I don't know, it suits somebody who has a history of nerdism like I do. Oh wow. Huge mech figurines. Can't beat it. 90,000 tickets. Ah, these are prizes. Okay. I thought these were for sale. Wow, it can't be very easy to get that many tickets. All these prizes look like relatively like expensive, I would say. Like for one of these 18,000 tickets, I don't really have any context. I don't know how hard it is to get tickets here. Oh wow. 432,000 tickets. It's a lot cooler than the arcades in the malls growing up in America. The stuff you can buy with tickets is like, it's a joke. You know, it's a joke. And it was always pretty much impossible to get anything good. I've spent so much money in the arcade, got so many tickets, and yeah, never really got any good prizes, I'll say that. Okay, we have another Family Carnival Fun Cow Play Cow Moo. Actual arcade games. We're looking for Dance Dance Revolution or Pump It Up. Any kind of dance rhythm game will do. People love these kind of games. They really do. It's almost like gambling, to be honest. That would be fun. That would kind of be fun, to be honest. Wow. Maybe it's not that hard to get a lot of tickets. I don't know. Or maybe they won big somehow. It's almost like looking at people in a casino. No joke. Like all the people playing these kind of games, it's like people are gambling. It's hilarious. All right. I wish like the arcade culture was still as strong as it once was. Maybe somewhere like Japan, maybe it's strong. You know, maybe there are some really strong arcades in Malaysia, but I don't think so. You know, I don't think so. What is this? Wheelie? I said they have vinyl records, guitars. Oh wow. That's a cool shop. This is a cool music shop. This is very visually appealing, I'll say. I don't play guitar, but I did used to DJ for many, many years. That's the extent of my musical background. So many guitars. What are these? Ukulele? Is that what that is? Right? Ukulele? Am I mistaken? Who knows? The drums? Some sparkly drums. 6,539. So like 1,200, 1,300 US dollars. Something like that. It's a cool store though. Huge store. Wow. And they have like a coffee shop over here. Yeah, with the vinyl records. Yeah, interesting. I should head back to get my food. It's probably by the time I get there, for sure it will be done. But this is the last floor, and it looks like a huge floor of food. So we have to, I mean, we're 90% of the way there. We have to see it through. Jay's Gate Dining. Wow, so potentially a bunch of mixed cuisine up here. Wow, this place is absolutely packed. Kagura Tokyo Chicken Ramen. Absolutely packed. Okay, wow. This is what I saw people, you folks saying in the comments, like, oh, you gotta go to the top floor, there's a bunch of good places to eat. Huh. Burgers, chicken burgers, beef burgers, 25 ringgit, not the cheapest. Curry udon, 20 ringgit or so per meal. Tokyo salmon specialty restaurants. Okay. Nice, little of everything. Japanese misoba, Torigen chicken ramen, Kenchan curry, Japanese original curry. I don't think I've ever had Japanese curry. Interesting. Kagura Tokyo chicken rice. That's what the people were eating over there. Momo Paradise. Looks a bit buffet style. Maybe it's like some hot pot or something like that. Hello, how are you? Yeah, shabu shabu. Ramen Iroha. They have the nice plastic meals for you to get an idea of what you're eating. There's another floor up here, but I don't think there's anything up there. Yeah, just a lot of Japanese food. The whole place. It's like Japanese food freaking heaven up here. I mean, this whole mall, actually. Ramen. Very like Japanese looking as well, Japanese style. From everything I've seen in the videos. Can't say I've been to Japan, but... Hello, how are you? Oysters? Oyster. Okay. Fresh oysters. Kind of empty, this one. Everything's very clean and elegant looking, I'll say. Then we have one lonely salon back there behind me. Okay, so Isetan. This is the Isetan store. I guess it's just like many levels. Wow. So at the very lower, the very lower level would be the sushi that I got. Create your own Hakata ramen. Choose your noodle. Create your flavor. Choose any 2 toppings. Okay. Okay, cool. Now all I can think about is eating my food, and so let's head back to Halab and let's get our food. We also still have to take it all the way home. I'll probably stop off and just like sit down somewhere and eat like 1 or 2 of the skewers for you guys on camera and for myself because I'm hungry. But that sounds like a good plan. It is raining again, so got my food. I'm not gonna stop and eat it outside just because, yeah, rain. Just gonna get home as quick as I can. I did check that there's unfortunately no train that goes to where I'm staying. I'd have to connect, get off, go to another train, or I'd have to take the bus. And it says it will take longer than walking. So here we are walking in the rain. That is another big reason that I'm leaving Malaysia at the moment is the rain. You know, it's too much every single day. I get that it cools the weather down and it's necessary for the green and it's essential, right? But it's tough. It's still difficult to deal with. Mainly with making YouTube videos. Yeah, managing my schedule with like the recording content and, you know, not getting rained out and still like recording in the daylight. It's tough. So I'm gonna try and avoid the rain. You know, if I find it's really rainy in Thailand, you know, I'm gonna end up leaving as well and probably go to Indonesia. I have friends in Indonesia as well who tell me it's not rained at all in a little while. Now, it probably depends on which part. I'd really like to explore more of Indonesia than Bali, since I've only really been to Bali. For whatever reason, it's just like, it's expensive to go to Yogyakarta. It's expensive to go to Bandung. Even Jakarta is like typically pricey to fly there unless you book way ahead of time. So yeah, I might have to try and book in advance, you know, and figure it out. I think the cheapest route would be getting to Jakarta first, because flying to Yogyakarta or Bandung is just like crazy. You can't take a nonstop flight there anyways. So I think if I can get to Jakarta, maybe spend a few days in Jakarta, shoot some video there, and then like take a train to Bandung, maybe take the high-speed train. That looks interesting and it's not too pricey. I think it's still like $30. I think it's still like 150 ringgit, you know? But yeah, it's pretty quick and yeah, it could make for some good content too. But yeah, I'm sick of the rain, folks. I don't like the rain every single day. It's depressing. It's a damper. It's, you know, I mean, a lot of people seem to defend it in the comments, but I know for sure there's just as many people out there who are with me on this one and do not love the weather here. Like, for sure. I think the people who defend it are just kind of like trying to say, yeah, it's essential that it rains, which I know that, but doesn't mean it's any less annoying. And if there's somewhere I can go that it's not going to rain as much, and spend more time here in the dry season, then that makes a lot of sense, right? Even in Vietnam, it's been a little bit rainy, so I'm hesitant to go there. The only real like dry season right now would be to go to Indonesia. And so, yeah, I don't know. I'd consider going to Bali just because I have friends in Bali, and like it'd be nice to see my friends, have a little social circle for a bit. I did struggle there with getting views with content, but I also had only just started the channel when I was making content there. I feel like the content was pretty good too, and so yeah, maybe it would be better now, but I wouldn't want to stay there too long. The flights to Denpasar, which is like the airport in Bali, it's just like exponentially cheaper than flying to Jakarta or anywhere else in Indonesia. So it's an option, and the weather's been good there. I hear it's very, very busy there at the moment, but I don't know. See, folks, my decision-making capabilities. But I always just end up pulling the trigger, making a choice, and just go with it, right? But I make myself crazy before I get to that point. But yeah, Indonesia's kind of the place that I always forget about. Kind of the place that I don't know why I'm always thinking like, okay, what's next? Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos. I forget about Indonesia. It's such a huge country. There's so much of it to explore. Probably some good content to be made there too, like especially getting outside of Bali. So I don't know. Let's see, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I mean, I've made some polls before, but I'd like to know, where are you interested in seeing and why, and where have you been and where have you really enjoyed? Maybe some places off the beaten path, outside of the like main areas of any of these countries. I'm not that interested in like going to Cambodia. I will go at some point. I don't know, Phnom Penh, I just hear like mixed things about, like it's not that special. Siem Reap looks nice, sure, but it's like mostly for the, crazy nice temple, and like few tourist excursions that you can do there. It's not like a place to like stay for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Laos, I'd be more interested in going to Laos than like Cambodia. Seems like there's some really beautiful nature there. But yeah, otherwise, where in Indonesia do you like? I'd love to hear. Singapore, somewhere I'd like to spend a few days, but as we all know, it's quite unaffordable. And I'd be staying in a capsule hotel. And besides that, what's really left of Southeast Asia? Not much. Now, there's always cheap flights to Taipei, to Taiwan, and it's always so enticing. And I'm dying to visit, actually, but the hotels are expensive. It's just not somewhere I can stay for more than a couple days. So that's like in the future plans, more like East Asia, more, go to South Korea, go to China, go to Japan. But for now, like we gotta put those on the back burner, folks, and stick to Southeast Asia. I got some comments saying like, why Southeast Asia? Well, and mostly because it's affordable. The people are great as well. The environment is typically pretty great in Southeast Asia. It just makes it an easy place to stay and to travel around on a decent budget, If I had unlimited money to travel and there was no barrier right now, you'd probably see me first go to Tokyo for like a week, then maybe go somewhere else in Japan, spend a few weeks there, and probably in total I'd end up going to South Korea, then China, then Taipei. That would be like my move if I had all the money, but we'll get there. We'll get there. You know, I think eventually YouTube will be able to pay for these travels, and I think eventually the content that I'm making in those places will kind of pay off, and it will kind of be able to sustain the traveling. Just by the way that the income is increasing already. Sure, it's somewhat slow, but it's fast enough for me, and I'm very happy with how we've grown. Yeah, make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're not. Drop a thumbs up if you made it this far. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not going to end the video just yet. We're going to wait till we get home. We'll eat some of this food. Video's probably getting pretty long right now, but I mentioned in the last video I'm sticking to longer videos from this point forward because YouTube prioritizes that. And already the video I uploaded yesterday in Damansara Heights, it's getting way more traction. YouTube is recommending it to way more people than any of the other videos I've been doing recently, the shorter videos. So yeah, 80% long videos, the other 20% can be short, but expect more long-winded walking videos like this in the future. We finally made it. Oh, what a journey that was. So good. So good. Now, as usual, I told them no bread, please. And we got good 7, 8, 12 pitas. You know, I've actually told them every time. I've been there 4 times now. And every time I get a little bit more assertive with how I say, like, yeah, no bread. I don't eat it. I don't eat the bread. Please, no bread. But they give me the bread. I just don't want to throw it away. I mean, they are individually packaged, so like, go out and give them to somebody who's homeless for sure. I tried to do that last night actually, and the door downstairs to leave was locked. To leave the hotel, and the guy was sleeping down there, and I didn't want to wake him up for that, so I just tossed them. But I don't want to do that. Amazing. Unfortunately, they didn't give me any fork. I always eat with my hands, but for the shawarma, I mean, it'd be nice to have a fork for the shawarma, I think. But it's all right. Nothing the hands can't take care of, I suppose. It's all right. Wow, typically it's much better. It's a little bit stale, I would say. It's not as tender as always, but these are always spot on. I recommend when you go, get the lamb kebabs. I mean, you can't go wrong. They're just very soft. The garlic sauce is incredible too. We did it, folks. Long day's work. I went out at 1 p.m. to film. Now 6:30 because of the rain, waiting out the rain. I guess it was even longer than I even thought. Long day. Well, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, drop a thumbs up, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.